Umbuyisa Makubu was a South African anti-apartheid activist. That is, he was really involved in the fight against apartheid in South Africa, especially in the Soweto uprising of 1976. Umbuyisa Makubu rose to prominence in 1976 after he was seen in a photograph carrying the lifeless body of Hector Peterson, a young schoolboy of 12 years old who was shot during the Soweto uprising of 1976. Yes, the boy was shot, and in this photograph the boy was shot. That is Hector Peterson, lifeless, and that is Umbuyisa Makubu carrying the lifeless body of Hector Peterson. And the lady behind is the sister of the boy that was shot. The boy was shot by the apartheid security. Shortly after the Soweto uprising of 1976, the picture, that photograph of Umbuyisa Makubu carrying the lifeless body of Hector Peterson, it circulated around South Africa, in fact, even around the world in extension. The photograph circulated, and the apartheid security, they began to harass Umbuyisa Makubu, and he was forced to flee from South Africa. And when he fled from South Africa, he came into Nigeria, and he was received in Nigeria, and he took refuge in Nigeria. That is, he was given a safe place in Nigeria. Anyways, it was not the only one. There were 3 in number that came to Nigeria to seek refuge, which they were given. They were settled in a government high school in Nigeria, and the 3 of them were settled in this school during the 1976-1977 academic session. But within the academic year, the 3 of them failed to settle in that school. So by 1979, they were all disappeared. Within that academic year, Umbuyisa Makubu disappeared, which means, did he die? Nobody knows. Did he run away? Nobody knows. Did he go back to South Africa? Nobody knows. Anyways, the last thing that was known about Umbuyisa Makubu was that he and some other 2 guys that were activists from South Africa that fled South Africa, they were settled in a government high school in southwestern Nigeria, and in the academic year, they failed to settle, and by 1979, no more traces about Umbuyisa Makubu. But anyways, it would be wrong to claim that he was killed in Nigeria. It would be wrong to say that the federal government of Nigeria killed Umbuyisa Makubu and the other 2 guys.